Authorities investigating mega yacht incident in Simpson Bay. Walter Plants Williams is our Black History feature for this evening. And Prime Minister takes tour of the Princess Juliana International Airport. Those are the headlines for Wednesday, February the 24th, 2021. Good evening, viewers. This is SXM Daily News, and I'm Valerie from Clinton. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And as usual, we have a packed newscast for you, so let's get started. In our first story, Prime Minister of St. Martin, the Honorable Sylvia Jacobs, took a tour of the Princess Juliana International Airport on Monday, February the 22nd, along with the Minister of TEAT, to get an update on the ongoing reconstruction currently taking place. The Prime Minister also updated the media about the country package and the trust fund projects at this morning's Council of Ministers weekly press briefing.
On Monday, February 22nd, I took a tour of the Princess Juliana International Airport together with the Minister of TEAT in order to be updated on the ongoing reconstruction currently taking place. I was also accompanied by representatives of the NRPB, the Princess Juliana International Airport Holding Board, as well as the Managing Board of PGIA. Also related to this is a meeting held on Monday late afternoon, with steering committee members, Mr. Marcel Gomes of St. Martin, as well as Frans Wakers of the Netherlands, the Dutch representatives of St. Martin and Curaçao, in a close discussion related to the ongoing trust fund projects. Mr. Wakers will also, together with his delegation, including Mr. Marcel Gomes, the St. Martin representative in the trust fund, be meeting with other relevant ministers with projects that are ongoing to gain a better understanding of the challenges in order to come to solutions to be able to accelerate the pace of the reconstruction, as well as visit sites and meet with the other stakeholders. All this in the interest of ensuring that the stagnation that has taken place over the last few years can be overcome, meeting the needs of wherever the challenges are on government level, as well as in terms of processes and procedures. There is commitment on both sides to get these projects moving, and as such, the meetings are welcome to be able to come to solutions that will facilitate this. Also, noteworthy is that the government of St. Martin is working together with our organization, the Secretaries General Consultation Platform and the Secretariat thereof, to come to St. Martin's position on the various aspects or measures of the country package. As such, upon being invited to Parliament, I did request some more time to be able to have a more complete document updated with the latest information. I am pleased to inform that even after requesting that postponement, yesterday in our Council of Ministers, we were able to handle an advice from the SG consultation platform and the Secretariat as it relates to the country package components. They are still being aligned internally with our governing program and year plans, which, as you know, our governing program is a living document, as well as our national vision. And this is necessary to be translated into a proper implementation plan. The reason also for the ask of a delay was based on the fact that the Kingdom Act on the Coho is also still at the Council of Advice, the Council of State in the Netherlands, for advice. Therefore, any further discussion on this law without this advice would be premature. These were the reasons that were given to Parliament, and therefore comments to the contrary that no reasons were given is totally false. As government, I have last evening requested of Parliament to be able to, based on the advice that was approved yesterday in the COM, still come to the Parliament by Friday, if it is okay with their schedules, to be able to present the information as far as we have it. So it would explain what the country packages or measures are, what government is doing within its capacity in setting the objectives, as well as the timelines as we prepare for the implementation agenda, so the implementation plan. Some may notice that both Curaçao and Aruba have in the recent weeks finalized their implementation plan, but they were quite a few weeks ahead of us in the process. Next week, we are expecting a visit from the Temporary Work Organization of the Ministry of Interior and Kingdom Relations, BZK, which would be from March 1st to March 6th. During that week, they will be meeting with the several Secretaries General to discuss the priorities that St. Martin has put forth in the country package and as has been approved by the Council of Ministers on Tuesday, February 23rd. The objective of the meeting next week, or the various meetings, is for the parties to discuss the procedures to reach to an implementation plan of the priorities that were presented by St. Martin, or will be presented by St. Martin, to the Temporary Work Organization. Based on the result of the meetings, the plan of approach will then be drafted by the organization, and then I, along with the State Secretary, will then move forward with the approval of said implementation plan. The deadline for this is April 1st, 2021.
And turning now to other news, according to reports reaching our news department, the authorities from the local marine industry are investigating a mega yacht incident. The details are still sketchy. However, a video posted on social media Wednesday morning showed a yacht destroying part of the St. Martin Yacht Club's dock, while the captain was trying to navigate the Simpson Bay waters. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the process. General Manager of the St. Martin Yacht Club, Michel Korteweg, spoke to SXM News Department, and you will also hear from veteran marine trade expert Mr. Robbie Ferran for an insight into what might have happened.
Yes, so basically it was Mega Yacht Go. It had engine troubles, so they lost control over the boat and they came into our dock at the St. Martin Yacht Club. Initially gentle the first time, doing minor damage, but then as they continued to struggle with engine problems, they couldn't get the boat under control and it came in another time, and then it took out our wooden dock. Nobody got injured in the process, which is obviously the most important part. The damage is being assessed at the moment, and we take it from there. So,
what's going on?
The boat is back on the dock at Ile de Sol. At this point, it's obviously a matter of insurances and conversations to start. Therefore, we need to assess the damage. So the further process is to be decided on.
Well, the yacht itself is a very, very modern, high-end, high-performance yacht. And I know the captain is a very, very experienced captain with all the qualifications. We have no hard evidence, but I can tell you the following. These yachts, they have very complicated and advanced control systems. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing there's a good chance that one of these made an error, and that's what caused it. I doubt very much that it's a lack of ability to steer the yacht. I'm confident that that's unlikely to be the case. There's going to be some extraordinary reason, because this doesn't normally happen. Now, the dock it hit is the St. Martin Yacht Club dock, and that's unfortunate. I'm fairly sure the party hit is going to be easy to repair, but it is probably going to affect the teaching of young sailors, which is the big activity at the St. Martin Yacht Club, and it will probably hold that back a while. So, but it's perfectly repairable.
A mega yacht of this size, Mr. Ferran, what kind of a damage can it do, in case of it being out of control?
Well, like everything, the bigger the engines and the more powerful the yacht, the more damage it can do, just like a car that has a very powerful engine. Normally, the safeties are very extensive. These yachts will have IMO, which is International Maritime Organization certification. Mm-hmm. So the chances of really huge damage that is the control and the certification isn't as much as aircraft, but it's advancing close to that with this type of yacht.
And as we continue now to honor our local heroes for Black History Month, this evening we will pay tribute to Walter Plant Williams. The text was partially taken from his eulogy. Walter Plant Williams was born on St. Martin on August 2nd, 1916. He was the oldest son of 8 children, 4 brothers and 4 sisters, born of Johanna Noel Williams and Johnny Williams. He was raised on Front Street by his mother, Joanna. At the tender age of 14, he went to work with his mother, picking salt in the salt pond and taking it on his head to the small pier now known as the Captain Hodge Pier. The salt was then shipped to surrounding islands. His first job was carrying telegrams. He had to walk from Phillipsburg to Bellevue to take telegrams to Mr. Constant Fleming. He once said that his first guilder that he earned, he held it so tight in his hand while rushing home to his mother that she could not hold it because it was so hot. He just wanted to give her his first pay. In the 1940s, he went to Aruba to seek work. While in Aruba, he lived with his sister, Flory. He got a job at the Lago Oil Refinery in the dining room. He worked there for quite a number of years. Upon his return to St. Martin, he picked up fishing and barbering. The first thing that he did was build a house for his mother. Thanks to Miss Ruth Richards, mother of our former Lieutenant Governor Franklin Richards, and Edith Ponteflet for helping Geraldine Blake, better known as Bina, to remain on St. Martin, she got the opportunity to meet Walter, and Bina, as she is affectionately known to many of us, held on to him for 48 years. Bina loved him very much and took very good care of him. It was not easy for her, but she was always there for him, and he, in return, loved her as well. In one of his interviews, he was asked how was his life. He said it was good because he had a good wife and she was a good cook. They got married on August 10th, 1979, and they lived together for 48 years. Walter Plant used to say, "They don't make them like that anymore," referring to his wife. He also lamented that thank God Bina is around, otherwise he didn't know how he would have made it. He was well known throughout the entire island, both on French and Dutch St. Martin, especially because of his knowledge and experience pertaining to fish nets and fish pots. He loved the sea, a fisherman at heart. Fishing was his passion. He named his fishing boat the Manna. He was always ready to go fishing. He also loved gardening, but only fruit trees. He always said that planting flowers was a waste of time because you can't eat flowers. He always talked about his 90th birthday party. All of his friends attended because he said it was a time that he cherished and never forgot. The Down Street water tender jetty next to the Sea Palace was named after our fishing legend, Walter Plant Williams, along with the placing of a bust of him at the beginning of the jetty by the St. Martin Harbor Group of Companies, which was unfortunately destroyed in the 2017 Hurricane Irma, honoring him as one of the pioneers of St. Martin. There are plans, however, to replace that bust. Walter Plant Williams died on May the 4th, 2012, at the age of 95 years. And still to come, Minister of Romy gives update on his portfolio. I'll have the details to that story and more when SXM Daily News returns.
Hi, I'm Switch.
And I'm Save.
And together we're here
to tell you about WIB, Switch, and Save mortgage offer.
Now at WIB, you can save and benefit from great specials when you decide
to bring your mortgage to WIB.
When you switch, WIB will offer you
payment of penalty fees up to 3 months interest,
payment of notary fees,
waiver of bank closing fees,
and also the lowest interest rate.
Plus, you'll have the chance to win back 1 year of interest payment.
Visit any of WIB's mortgage specialists and benefit from WIB's Switch and
Hey, that's my part. And Save mortgage offer.
WIB, your partner in progress.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching SXM Daily News, and I'm Valerie Van Putten. As we continue now in more news, Minister of Romy, the Honorable Egbert J. Doran, updated the press this morning on his portfolio. The minister, speaking at the Council of Ministers weekly press briefing, said that the ministry is constantly looking for ways to improve their efficiency in regards to their processing methods.
With regards to the permits department, we are constantly looking into ways to improve our efficiency in regards to our processing methods. The ministry has noticed that the main cause is with the delays in the corrections which needs to be made to drawings and or missing information in the applications. Moving forward, emphasis will be put on these aspects of the application in effect to prevent the piling up of these pending requests. Additionally, within the next few weeks, the ministry will appoint personnel to receive and process the requests coming in from the public. This is highly anticipated as it was enable the department to have the public visit 5 days a week opposed to how it was done in the past. As it stands right now, the department is extremely long waiting periods for permit appointments. With this change, the appointment will be rescheduled and enable persons to visit the department sooner, and it will allow them to enter their permit requests much faster. In regards to the addressing system, the ministry plans to formally establish neighborhood names in St. Martin. Last year, the districts were established, and now the zoom in will take place on the neighborhood names. The ministry is also working on a postal code system which will facilitate effective delivery of mails and goods, preventing misspelling of street names as well. In regards to infrastructure management, the road patching and hard surfacing program for the year 2021 is currently still ongoing. We look forward to this program being completed so that all motorists and pedestrians can have a smooth experience while utilizing our roads. The Department of Infrastructure Management is also busy with the assessments of the guardrails in the various districts on the island, as it is evident that many guardrails have been badly damaged over the years. Ensuring the replacement and repairs of the damaged guardrails will guarantee safety for the road users. This includes vehicles and pedestrians, of course. Also being addressed are the missing street names boards, as many of these boards were destroyed during Hurricane Irma in 2017. After these assessments are completed, the necessary repairs and replacements will be made. As long as funds remain available, we will continue to improve our country's infrastructure in all necessary areas. Last but not least, recently myself and the former interim manager of NVGEB, Dr. Shireen Daniel, signed the Streetlight Management Agreement. This agreement allows NVGEB to maintain and expand the streetlight grid. Dr. Daniel also signed the purchase order for the 600 streetlight fixtures. The new streetlight management agreement is a continuation of an initial agreement which was signed in 2014 for NVGEB to manage and maintain the streetlight network. To date, NVGEB has replaced a majority of the old lighting fixtures for more reliable, energy efficient, and resilient LED streetlights. In addition to the initial streetlight management agreement, the new agreement will have a remote management system in place. This monitoring system will make it easier for NVGEB to address faulted streetlights in a more responsive manner. During the signing of this agreement, I requested NVGEB to focus on most deprived areas where public streetlight has been a challenge since the island was struck by Hurricane Irma in 2017. Special focus will be placed on those areas where crime has increased and also in those areas where there's a lot of mobility. I thank the workers of GEB for their hard work and dedicated efforts after the recovery of Hurricane Irma and the upkeep of the streetlight network thereafter. Moving forward, the Ministry of Romy and NVGEB will continue to work and monitor the areas in which the public street lighting is needed, and also we intend to have all roads lit by the end of this 4-year streetlight management agreement.
And as we continue now with this local COVID update, as of February the 23rd, there were 5 persons who tested positive for COVID-19. However, 7 persons have recovered, bringing the total active cases to 47. The total number of confirmed cases is now 2,047. The Collective Prevention Services, CPS, are monitoring 46 people in home isolation. 1 patient remains hospitalized at the St. Martin Medical Center. The total number of deaths due to COVID-19 remains at 27. The number of people recovered since the first case surfaced on St. Martin has increased to 1,973. 101 persons are in quarantine based on contact tracing investigations carried out by CPS. The Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor, VSA, the Airport Health Team, in collaboration with Healthcare Laboratories St. Martin, ACLS, have tested 2,488 travelers arriving at the Princess Juliana International Airport, while CPS has tested 19,228 people throughout the community. As the numbers continue to fluctuate, CPS will continue to actively execute its contact tracing measures. As Minister of Health, Richard Panafek, is reminding everyone to please continue to wear a mask, practice 2 meters social distancing, sanitize and wash your hands frequently, and be cautious of large gatherings. We must work together to reduce the spread of the virus. And as we continue now in more news, at this morning's Council of Ministers weekly press briefing, Minister of Education, the Honorable Rodolphe Samuel, elucidated on the compulsory education for children 0 to 4 years.
I would like to remind the community of St. Martin of the following. In St. Martin, 0 to 4 years old is considered early stimulation and daycare, and the daycare centers fall under VSA. Compulsory education covers students between the ages of 4 to 18, and all students should have the opportunity to education. It means that students 4 years old enroll in group 1, students who are 5 years old are in group 2, and students who are 6 years old are in group 3. Group 3 is formally known as the first grade. If a child repeats group 1 and or group 2, it means that that child or student can be 7 or 8 years old beginning group 3. Under normal circumstances, students are given the chance to function in mainstream schools in the regular educational system, and if notice that a child or student is not functioning well, the system will kick in to determine the special educational needs of the child and the necessary or possible placement in special education schools.
Now turning to our weather forecast for February the 24th, 2021. The Atlantic high-pressure system will continue to dominate the weather pattern across the region. Consequently, brisk winds and hazardous seas will persist. The small craft advisory remains in effect for St. Martin, as seas are expected to peak at 8 feet. Small craft operators and sea bathers should continue to exercise caution. So the outlook through Friday midday, partly cloudy and breezy with passing showers possible. Now, let's turn to your 3-day forecast. And still to come, Rotary Club International will be celebrating its 116th birthday. And I'll have a detail to that story when SXM Daily News returns.
The innovative Banco-Matico contactless smart card. Your Banco-Matico smart card is now equipped with a contactless feature for payments, so get ready to tap and go. Contactless payments are fast, easy, secure, and accepted worldwide at all Maestro-enabled contactless terminals. Tap for transactions equivalent to or less than 100 NAF, or the US dollar equivalent. You will receive notifications via email anytime you tap. Tap, tap, and pay fast. Fast with WIB. For more information, visit our website at wib-bank.net. Tap and go with your partner in progress.
Welcome back, viewers. And as we end this edition of SXM Daily News for this evening, yesterday, Tuesday, February the 23rd, Rotary Club International celebrated its 116th birthday. As a result, clubs in and around the region hosted numerous activities in observation. Speaking to the Voice of St. Martin's News Department, District Membership Chairperson of District 7021, Marcelia Henry, gave some insight into some of the activities that were planned and held in observation of the day.
As relates to the Rotary clubs on St. Martin, a number of them will be celebrating Rotary's birthday on Tuesday, February 23rd, 116 years of having Rotary, being one of those service-specific clubs within our community which has been trying to meet the needs of the community, whether it's via school service, school-related things, or whether they are items such as, for instance, food boxes or books, or even things such as ordering masks for schools. These are things that Rotary clubs have been doing for many years. And to commemorate the 116 years of Rotary, a number of the clubs will be having celebrations where they are, one, reflecting on the accomplishments of the Rotary organization over these past 3 years, and also reflecting on their contribution as well. What have they been doing within their community to ensure that the service above self motto is lived up or held in higher standards? And also for them to see as well, over the years, have they truly made an impact in the community where they are? So during Tuesdays, you're going to have celebration, whether there's a Rotary cake, where there's a Rotary reflection stories, Rotary moments, or even questions related to the organization where they themselves are testing their knowledge of Rotary International.
You're also the chairperson for District 67020 as well. Can you tell us as to what's been done in observation of the day from District 7020?
Yes, I am the district membership chair for District 7020, and within the whole, let's say, the various 86 clubs over 11 countries on St. Martin, and of course the Caribbean throughout, they will be, as we will be doing, having celebrative parties, celebrated sessions, celebrated webinars, symposiums about Rotary, looking at what we have done, our contribution within our Caribbean context and region, and also beyond.
And with that, viewers, it brings us to the end of this edition of SXM Daily News for this evening. I am Valerie Van Putten, thanking you so much for joining me this evening. And just a reminder that this and other programs are available online. Simply log on to stmartinmediacenter.com for viewing. And on behalf of the SXM Daily News team, we thank you so much for watching and plan on meeting you right back here again tomorrow.